Hey posers, welcome to the critically acclaimed Black and White Delights review of Smackdown. I first off would like to thank my new subscribers for this week. You must have been bored, the Global Monk, 071 Danny, and WWE Classic 101. Also, I'd like to plug on WrestlingRevolution.com. We've got our web-exclusive content up finally, the first of many to come. This week was Wrestling Fans 777777. I think that's enough sevens. My arch nemesis, his web-exclusive, The Wrestling Soapbox is up. Next week is going to be Wesley's White Wrestling Game Review, where he's going to give you a look at WWF in your house. Oldie but a goodie. But that's not what you came here to hear. You came here to check out this week's Smackdown.
Get ready for the Smackdown! Get ready for the Smackdown! How you gonna react when you're put on your back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the Smackdown!
This week's Smackdown is in my backyard of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Alright. We start off the show right off the bat with a match. Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. And yes, I know it's not Riho, it's Rio. I gotcha. I had people in the comment box correcting me last week because I said Riho. I know it's Rio. Anyway, it's a slow start to this match. You know, of course, they have to point out that Alberto Del Rio is a master of the Greco-Roman wrestling style, you know, where they used to wrestle naked, or whatever, back in the Roman times. So, at least they made Alberto Del Rio wrestle in some man panties. Thank goodness for that. So, it starts off kind of slow. Alberto kind of doing his grounding method on Edge. Edge is a little bit more of a fast-paced wrestler. Alberto Del Rio then starts working on Edge's shoulder after he throws him into the turnbuckle post. Then he starts working on his arm with shoulder with submissions and throwing him into things and blah blah like that. There was one point in the match, which was the holy crap moment of the night, when Edge was standing on the top rope to do some kind of move off the top. Alberto Del Rio ran up the turnbuckle and ensigured Edge in the head. Perfectly placed. I mean, it was just like it was like Shelton Benjamin. He just ran up it, popped him right in the face with the ensiguri, and it was a moment right there. It's like it was almost as good as the Sweet Chin music that Shawn Michaels gave Shelton Benjamin when Shelton Benjamin came to springboard in. I mean, that's an infamous moment in Raw history. So this is probably one of those SmackDown history moments, I would say. Anyway, Edge, towards the end of the match, though, Edge took control. Edge was getting ready to spear Alberto Del Rio, and then the Nexus comes out. And Nexus starts beating the crap out of both Alberto Del Rio and Edge. So, then then Big Show came out, then Rey Mysterio came out, then Kane came out. You know, and then of course they jump in the ring, and then Nexus just, they all hightail it out of the ring and up the ramp. So, we go to a commercial break, we come back, Teddy Long comes out on the ramp, and he says that the main event for tonight will be Team Smackdown, which is going to be Edge, ADR, which is Alberto Del Rio, Big Show, Rey, and Kane, versus the 5 Nexus members, which I'm hoping I get these right. David Otunga, Michael McGillicuddy, Husky Harris, Heath Slater, and Justin Gabriel. Bam! Wade Barrett was not here tonight. So anyway, that's going to be our main event for tonight. Next, we go to the second match of the night. Holy crap, we got, like, matches galore. Dolph Ziggler versus JT... Oh, wait. For the first match of the night, I have to go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave that match. 3 out of 5 Black Rangers. Except for the end, the match was actually really good. I was really enjoying it. I mean, it would have been a 4 out of 5, maybe possibly even a 5 out of 5 if they would have finished the match clean. Next, we go to the second match of the night, which is Dolph Ziggler versus JTG. This was a squash almost. JTG got a little bit of offense in, but not too much. Dolph Ziggler basically dominated. And in the end, JTG went for a splash in the corner. Dolph Ziggler moved. JTG still stumbled out of the corner. Dolph Ziggler hit the zigzag. Got the 1, 2, 3. Nothing much. So let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator, find out what he gave this match. 1 out of 5 Red Rangers. As I said, it was pretty much a glorified squash match for Dolph. It really didn't impress me, nor did it put over either. I don't even think it put over Ziggler or JTG at all in this match. After the match, Kaitlyn comes out, followed by Vicky Guerrero, who is incredibly insulted. And I think I went to the bathroom. Some altercation happened, so Vicky got really pissed off and went to the back or something. Next, we come back, and Vicky Guerrero is confronting Teddy Long about what Kaitlyn did, and she's embarrassed, and yada, yada, yada. So, Teddy Long says, well, then you need then Vicky wants justice. So Teddy says, you'll get justice in the ring when you have a match tonight with Kaitlyn. God, no. Please, no. Vicky Guerrero versus Kaitlyn later on tonight. Another backstage promo where Nexus is beating the crap out of Rey Mysterio. And that's it. Will Ray be in the main event tonight? Doo, doo, doo. Next, we go to the third match of the night. In my opinion, the match of the night, which is MVP versus Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. This matchup was really good. And towards the beginning of the match, Drew and Cody Rhodes made an alliance to take out MVP, and then they can settle it themselves, which didn't last very long. They kind of jumped MVP, and then I do believe Drew McIntyre turned on Cody Rhodes first, sending Cody Rhodes outside the ring. So Drew McIntyre worked on MVP for a while. Then Cody Rhodes came back in Drew McIntyre then went out, scoop slammed Cody Rhodes onto the rampway, went back in and worked on MVP for a while. Eventually, Cody Rhodes made his way back to the ring, hit a missile dropkick on Drew McIntyre. McIntyre goes flying out of the ring. And then Cody Rhodes works on MVP for a while. Basically, MVP got the crap beat out of him for most of this match. Besides in the beginning, MVP didn't get too much offense in. In the end, Drew McIntyre was going to go and superplex Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre was going to superplex Cody Rhodes. MVP came in and German suplexed Drew McIntyre out of the corner, and then Drew superplexed Cody Rhodes. So basically, it was like a Tower of Disaster, or whatever that's called. Messed some guys up. So in the very end, Drew goes for a future shock on MVP, but then Cody Rhodes comes in, hits a beautiful disaster springboard off the middle rope. MVP then throws Cody Rhodes outside of the ring. MVP hits the drive-by boot on Drew McIntyre, rolls up Drew McIntyre for the win. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this match. 5 out of 5, Yellow Rangers. This was the match of the night. It was perfectly done. 3 great workers in the ring, and just the back and forth was awesome. The right person won. It was a clean win for the winner, and it was a #1 contendership for the IC title. I like it. It works. It's great. Keep it up, SmackDown. But we go from the high of the night to the low of lows for the year of SmackDown. Vicky Guerrero versus Kaitlyn. This was a sham. This sucked. I can't believe I actually sat and watched this. Kaitlyn just basically kicked Vicky Guerrero around for like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 minutes. Vicky fell out of the ring and she's like screaming and upset. It was terrible. In the end, Vicky actually pulls off out of the corner a double leg takedown, gets one of her feet on the ropes for a jackknife pin, and got the win. This was horrible. This would... blah! If they actually had a real Divas match, this actually would have been 500,000 times better. Give me Kelly versus, like, Kaitlyn. I don't care. But really? Vicky Guerrero, didn't WrestleMania not prove that Vicky can't wrestle? That Vicky can't do anything? She's an awesome heel. And she's an awesome general manager, assistant, manager, whatever you want. But a wrestler, she is not. Keep her out of the ring. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I give this match. Zero out of 5 Pink Rangers. It was a sham. It sucked. I'm moving on. Next, we had a backstage promo with Caval and MVP. Basically, Nexus beat the crap out of Caval and MVP. Great job. You put over MVP in the match, in a match earlier in the night. You make him the #1 contender for the IC title, and you bury him later on in the night. Nice job, SmackDown. You guys are really proving, you know, I was really high on you guys after the triple threat match, and I'm dwindling. Next, we go to the 5th match of the night, which is Chris Masters versus Tyler Rex. This is a pretty good match. Tyler Rex dominates the opening, but Masters hits a nice shoulder block and then an awesome spine buster. These two guys go back and forth for a while. It's actually a pretty decent match, but in the end, Tyler Rex puts Masters in his finisher, which is like he's like in a torture rack position, and he flips him over to a DDT. I don't know what he calls it. I don't really care too much about Tyler Rex, but Tyler Rex gets the win, which I disagree with. I think Masters deserves a victory over Rex more than Rex deserves a victory. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator and find out what I gave this match. 3 out of 5. White Rangers. This match was pretty good for what it was worth. I mean, 2 lower mid-card guys going at it, so I can't really complain. It was a pretty good match. Match 6 of the night, which is the main event, which is Team SmackDown, Edge, ADR, Big Show, Kane, and Kofi Kingston versus the Nexus. So, Kofi and Michael McGillicuddy start off this match, and they do some pretty good work. Then the Big Show comes in and dominates, as usual. Edge and Justin Gabriel take some time in the ring, and they actually can go pretty well. I mean, these two guys were actually doing some counters and going around, but eventually the Nexus start to dominate Edge. Like, they dominate the crap out of him for like 10, well not 10, like 7 minutes. It was a pretty long time. The Big Show finally gets tagged in, and he, you know, is beating the mess out of all the Nexus members. But the funny part is Big Show goes to bounce off the far rope to hit a shoulder block on somebody, and he knocks Alberto Del Rio off the rope, off the apron, and right into the barricade. So Alberto Del Rio just leaves. He's like, ah, I'm gone. And he walks out. That leaves it down to 4 on 5. Kofi Kingston and Heath Slater are in the ring. They're doing some pretty good ring work, too. These are 2 young guys who can still go in the ring. But basically, Kofi Kingston just started, like, splashing people on the outside of the ring, and he basically started landing on everybody he could land on. You know, he went to get back up on the apron, and somebody knocked him off, and Kofi went straight into the commentary table. So pretty much knocked Kofi out for a little bit. Kane finally gets the tag in, and Otunga tries to reason with them, probably because they've got some kind of deal on the side, but Kane takes out pretty much all of Nexus. In the end, Nexus members knock out Kane from behind. I'm guessing that Kane thought that Big Show knocked him out, because Kane turns around and chokeslams the Big Show. Then Kane goes for a chokeslam on Otunga, but Edge tags himself in. Kane not too happy about this. Kane then tries to chokeslam Edge. Edge reverses it and spears Kane. Then Edge spears Otunga and gets the win. So now there's still a lot of heated rivalry between Edge and Kane, I guess. I'm not really, I don't know, this feud is not going exactly how I imagined Edge and Kane would, but these guys need to get into a promo war, pretty much. So the mind games aren't that great. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this match. That's right, 4 out of 5, Green Rangers. The main event was actually pretty good. Some solid action between a lot of people. The Nexus, some young guys being able to go at it with some of the ring veterans like Edge and Big Show and Kane. So, you know, and even Kofi did a great job. So I gave this main event an above average rating. Now let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this night as a whole. 4 out of 5, Blue Rangers. Tonight was above average, I have to admit. I'll see you guys next week.